tag team you've seen a number of times in ECWA, always performing at a very, very high caliber. Actually had a chance to talk to Alex Reynolds the other day and finally found out exactly what a Slopfunter is. Apparently a Slopfunter is somebody that cruises the bars and the clubs late at night and looks for females who are a bit, well, a bit in a altered state and has a night of fun with them. So clearly these men have very high moral standards. Reynolds, a self-described rich womanizer from Southampton. And of course, number one, Johnny Silver, and that's all you need to know to find out his opinion of himself.
New champ, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, and Vietnam, respectively. Weighing in at a total combined weight of 379 pounds, they are the current, reigning, and defending three-time ECWA Unified Tag Team Champions, Damian Dragon and Matt Saigon Fusion DS!
And we can see what you want about the Slophunters and their MO and the type of things they do. It's not everybody's cup of tea, certainly not mine, but if it works for them, great. Fusion DS, however, I'm not going to be so lenient on because, man, we've seen these gentlemen just take such a 180 over the past 6 months. As soon as they felt like they weren't getting a fair shake, rather than fighting through it, playing through the pain, and they turned around and just became the most obnoxious, complaining, kvetching team I can recall in quite some time. I've had a chance to talk to these gentlemen as well, and they are two very, very dedicated athletes. They are always striving to reach a higher level than they are now. And I think they've done that in the fact that the Midnight Sensations, their prior top competition, was driven out of town. Conclusion of that rivalry. But just because one team is gone doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy road ahead for these guys, because as we've seen in the recent months, ECWA has a very deep tag team division. Of course, we're already starting to think about the second annual K-Cup Tag Team Tournament named after the legendary Fabulous Kangaroos. And a little bit of technical difficulties here, I believe. There we go, clap on. We'll take care of the obvious jokes. This is not a dark match, nor is it a lights out match. But the lights will get turned out for one of these teams' aspirations before we're done here. We've seen Reynolds and Silver have some great matchups lately. Papadon comes to mind as an athlete where both of these men have really just taken Papadon to his limit. It seems that so many men learning with Papadon, just it brings out their absolute best. And these two men are no different. Now back to tag team competition where they're arguably more comfortable with here in ECWA at least. Number one, Johnny Silver, starting out with Damian Dragon, or at least I thought he was, but they've duped us all. Matt Saigon is in. And it's Saigon and Silver now. ECWA tag titles at stake. Look at the companies at stake here tonight when you talk about war games still to come. ECWA title still to be defended. Get a clean break in the corner.
I saw what the hell are you wearing?
There you see the disrespect of Saigon. Something you wouldn't see out of this kid a year or two ago. But man, these guys had just turned sour once they started to get paranoid and think the whole company was out to get him, which certainly was far from the case. I think this company was very proud to have Fusion DS represent them as champions, at least once upon a time. Now, Silver feeling pretty good about himself. Certainly very well put together. Not the tallest stature, but man, he packs on the muscle. Both men jockeys in position. Saigon had the leverage advantage. He was able to use that to maneuver Silver back to the corner, but Silver going to respond in kind with those slaps, and again, the disrespect of Saigon. This match is broken down already into a fight. And you can see the physicality what the tag team championships mean to both these teams. There's a reversal up and over. And Silver, nice leap up into the Hurricane Rana. Seamless motion. And I would not at all be surprised to see the Slophunters exit this matchup with the tag team championships in tow. That's for sure. Fusion's had a little bit of trouble hanging on to them over the past year. That just shows the level of competition that now 4 feet upside the head of Saigon. Saigon trying to seek some salvation on the ring apron. And Reynolds neutralized the attempted involvement of Dragon, but Saigon got the opening there to follow through, take Reynolds down, and Dragon eager to get into the ring and begin the double team. Nice takedown of Reynolds. Those kick combos get 2 out of there. Dragon and Saigon obviously very adept using their feet, those round kicks. Connected so well with Reynolds, who jumps up and over. Nice leverage move in his own right with the arm drag takedown. The elbow follow through.
What are you doing?
And Reynolds mounts the offensive. Nice drop kick. And Reynolds taunting Matt Saigon for a moment there. Trying to get under the skin of the defending champions, which has not been hard to do in recent months. Silver in now, jumping off the bottom rope, if you can believe it. Near fall. Silver, European style uppercut. Second time. And Silver slowing down the pace. Reversal. Dragon met in the corner with the elbow, cross body, huge impact there. Big time collision got 2. Hunter's looking good here. As Silver sent back into enemy territory into the Fusion corner. Tag made. Silver doesn't know where to look right now. And Dragon tripped up Silver, Saigon from the blind side. Check out the power on this suplex. Nicely executed. Change made. Up and over with a senton. We got a cover or we got an ear fall. 2 and change for Damian Dragon. Now the champions dictating the pace, dictating the tempo. Has that neck crimp of Silver. Very unpleasant feeling. Silver will get out of that quickly. And Dragon biting the ear of Silver. How desperate have these champions gotten in recent months? Here Alex Reynolds giving some moral support to Silver. Saigon spinning. Power slam. No! Drops him down with a stomach breaker. That shoulder bone driven right in. The midsection of Silver did its damage for sure. And Silver back in enemy territory. Fusion DS doing a great job of cutting the ring off at its hypotenuse. Causing some major problems here. Dragon with a boot to the temple. And Johnny Silver finds himself in big-time danger. The European uppercut. Second time. Dragon loves to strike. It's one of his strong points. But Silver responds in kind. Listen to this impact. Dragon a little more luster on some of those shots, and that plus a cheap shot got him far. Dragon hits the outside, or rather Silver hits the outside. Dragon causing a distraction of Reynolds that allows Saigon to drive the lower lumbar of Silver into the edge of that ring frame. We talk about all the time how hard that is. There's no harder part of that ring. And Silver is trying his best to fight here. But man, Silver's body's got to be racked with pain right now. I don't know how well he can fight through this. Saigon reversal, clothesline, nicely done. And Reynolds, that's the closest that Silver's been to a tag in at least 5 or 7 minutes. But Saigon scooped him right away from his Slophunters partner. More distractions. Away. Counter! And an opening there for Silver. Makes the most of it. But watch Saigon. Saigon was laying in wait. Powerbomb, no counter, and Silver got the tag. Alex Reynolds is in. Slophunters have finally made an exchange, and they have a chance. Reynolds, the freshest man in this matchup by far. Hits a modified pump kick, and Saigon now is on the defensive. Watch Reynolds, up and over, down on the Dragon. Silver is still hurt. Reynolds is a one-man gang right now. 2-on-1 without any assistance, and he's making the most of it. Reynolds trying to avoid Dragon on the outside. Takes out Saigon with a crossbody. Overshot just a tad. Back on top for the cover, near fall. And Reynolds was less than half a count away. Reynolds has Saigon set up. Went for maybe a fisherman buster. Oh, jeez! Out of nowhere with that cutter. Modified, lack of a better term, 3D. Super style, just elevated. Reynolds high up into the air before just absolutely drilling the man with a neck breaker. Man, Silver got involved, and Reynolds still has some kind of fight, but it's still 2-on-1. And time is the enemy of Reynolds. The longer he has to be in this fight, the harder it's going to be. And there you see Dragon caught Reynolds. A modified lung blower. Fusion looking to maybe finish this thing off. No miscue! Dragon just kicked the taste out of the mouth of his own partner. Can the Slophunters regroup? You son of a... Now 2-on-1 the other way. German. Half Nelson suplex. The combo of the Slophunters. Silver gets ahead of steam. Second burst of adrenaline. Drives his way hard into Damien Dragon. But you can't waste time and pose. You got titles to win. Matt Saigon on the receiving end. Another huge combo, ending with a German. Beautiful bridge, double cover, new champions though. How close can you come? Matt Saigon, love him or hate him, showing you why he's the champion here, and it's time for the Slophunters to figure out what's next. Double team coming. Saigon elevated, but Reynolds does not see Dragon. Silver got hung up for a moment. That was all the time Saigon needed. The Slophunters collide, and now that signature maneuver. Reynolds planted face first. The assistant DDT. And Fusion retains the championship.
ECWA Unified Tag Team Champions, Damien Dragon and Matt Saigon, Fusion DS.
Love him or hate him, Fusion DS retain the championship tonight over a very formidable opponent in the Slophunters.
They bring them both good. We're that much damn better.
On this night they were Fusion DS, stay atop the ECWA Tag Team Mountain.